I had a student come to me and I was like, why has a golf pro never told you about you've got to match your grip and your release? There's two different ones you need to know, and you only need to get one right, but they must be a match. If you've got the right grip and the wrong release, but the right release and the wrong grip for it, that is an absolute disaster.
Now, there is more than one way to swing the golf club. There's actually no perfect way to swing it either. You just need to understand that you need a match in order to have a better golf swing. Shoot lower scores, have more control of your ball flight. And that's exactly what you're going to get from this video. A better match between your grip and your style of release. Now, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, be sure to consider subscribing. I release simple golf tip videos like this every single week, just designed to help golfers like you improve and play their best golf.
So release and grip, one that you need to match up. We're going to talk about a release that doesn't need a heck of a lot of rotation or a heck of a lot of side bend through the golf ball. But what it will need is a lot of arm roll. A lot of arm roll. Now, to allow you to do this,
before I show you that grip and exactly how to achieve this match, you need to understand that if you're a senior golfer, let's say someone that's a little bit less flexible, the grip one and style one is going to be a much better way for you to steal a few extra yards without even knowing about it. Let's think about this logically. As we get older, unfortunately, we get a little bit less flexible through our hips, our back, our torso. So trying to have a golf swing which requires a lot of rotation, a lot of side bend, will actually make you slower. Let's counteract that by allowing the arm to swing a little more. Just that thought will let you do this. But I would say this. If you are a golfer who flips your hands through the golf swing already, stay away from grip one and release style one. You need style number two.
I want you to get a strong grip. Go 2.5 to 3 even. Get that hand on top. Just like that. This will be different for each golfer, but experiment with 2.5 to 3. You're also going to want to make sure that your lead arm is over and on top of this golf club, more in this scenario. This will allow you to have a heck of a lot of rotation, a heck of a lot of flexion on that lead wrist through impact. Now, you better make sure if you're choosing this release, which isn't a lot of body, that you're hitting from the inside. So that back is the target for as long as possible, allowing you to turn loft down, really release this golf club, hitting those push draws all day long. And in fact, on that note, at the end of this video, I'll show you that release one, exactly how you can hit a push draw through this narrow shoot right here. Wow, that is insanely narrow.
What I'm showing you here is how you can get the max out of your golf swing by complementing your grip and your arm setup to allow maximum forearm rotation and the wrist through impact. Like I said, steal a few extra yards. So if you don't want to rotate, get a stronger grip, move the arm over, wait for it, swing from the inside, and release it just like this. Now don't forget, I'll show you that push draw towards the end of this video. But I'm hoping you can start to put 2 and 2 together here and realize that it doesn't have to be a heck of a lot of rotation and side bend like you see the pros do.
Now also, do not be thinking, Alex, you're a pro, of course you can do it. I teach people every single Tuesday and I go, go on, now hit a draw after doing that. And they do it. Every single time they hit that draw. Release number 2 does require a lot more side bend and a lot more rotation, okay?
Now this is for a more flexible golfer or a golfer that is a little bit handsy and flippy through impact. You're going to increase your club face control, and this means, right, longer, straighter flying golf shots. You'll be able to control the face like never before. And I'll be honest with you, this is the style that I've been working on in my golf game to improve my own personal consistency.
So the grip needs to be a little more neutral. The lead arm a little bit more supinated over in this direction. Remember, release 1 was a bit more over here like this as our starting point. So release 2, stand like this. More neutral grip, more supination of the lead arm. That's our starting point. Now the feeling in the swing, way more rotation, way more side bend. Flexion of the lead wrist into impact, and as we're then coming through the golf ball, it's going to move back into extension, a little bit more like this.
Now I'm hoping you can see that this is really starting to quiet the hands down through the golf ball. The first style, we would really get our hands to work a lot, which is great if you need that. But this style is really aimed for more rotation, more side bend, and quietening down those hands through impact to create a more stable, consistent release pattern. Now, as I said at the start of this video, there is no perfect pattern. There's one that you can manage and do consistently. But I've given you some advice here. If you're a handsy golfer, you need to be looking at grip 2, style 2. If you're a golfer who's a little bit less flexible, not great at rotation, you need to be really aiming at grip 1 and style 1. I do hope you enjoy this so far.
So think of this a bit more like DJ, create that powerful fade style shot, that look of where it's like bulleted over in this direction. You've got to understand this, the more you rotate in the downswing, the more it's going to shift path left. So the idea is we're looking to keep that face super square to that path, possibly a little bit open at impact, to hit that juicy little fade. I guess the most simple way to think about that, it's like throwing a frisbee. Now, I told you I would prove this. Look at this narrow shoot. This is that push draw. Now, I'll be honest with you, release 1 is the one I would recommend for so many golfers. 1, because we don't have the rotation like DJ, we can't get the side bend. It's a lot easier for us to manage when we're lacking mobility. So, stronger grip, feeling of back more to target, letting that roll through. Watch this. Oh, it's going to be tight to that tree. Woo! Literally like that every single time. I told you I would prove it.
And together, should we take a little bit of a closer look at this? You can really see here, I've got that starting position. Stronger grip, arm more over. That is really, really key. I'm turning to the top as I would normally. I'm really being conscious of letting my arms drop and then letting my forearms rotate. You'll almost feel like you're slinging the club from behind you to out in front of you. And you can see that it's exaggerating my in to out path. But the main reason why you're going to get so much more control, especially if you've been a slicer of that golf ball, is that now you've got the ability and the mobility and the opportunity to release that lead arm, get flexion in that lead wrist, so roll the wrist as much as you want. This is giving you permission. As long as you've got the strong grip, the forearm position, the idea is if you've got to hit the draw, you've got everything in tow in order to complement grip and style. So style 1, you've got the ability to release more. Style 2, it's going to be a little more body release. Thanks so much for watching.